Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose reporting from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Sunday, June 2nd, 2019. Due to my scheduling conflicts, my regular Monday morning podcast has been moved up to Sunday, but that's besides the point. So I'm just getting this off today. And today we're going to talk about the state of the Detroit Lions, where I think they're going and heading and that sort of thing. And I'm taking a different tone on it. I'm going to do a regular YouTube video, basically on the same thing, but with a little different format. But anyway, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube podcast, be sure to subscribe to it and hit the little bell notification to get my weekly update podcast. And if you're not subscribed to my main YouTube channel, go ahead and go over to my main YouTube channel and subscribe, and again, hit the bell notification for that. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way, and let's talk about the Tigers, I don't want to talk about the Tigers. That's for another podcast. Let's talk about the Lions. Anyway, just as a kind of a off-the-wall thing, I'm looking at this year coming up, and I will give my actual season prediction later. But right now, the way things are looking and what they are going, I'm looking at them having an 8-8 season, maybe a little better. I don't think worse, because they were 6-10 last year. I do believe that Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia were not too thrilled about the results, but then again, this was his first year, and there was a lot of learning curves as far as Matt Patricia goes. So I'm not too surprised they were 6-10 last year. But let me just say this: for the longest time, I've been so highly critical of the Lions, with the exception of this year. For the first time, and that I can even remember, and I've been watching the Lions since 1968, and as we all know, they had the 2008, they had the 0-16 season, and I just threw in the towel at that point. Everything they were doing, I was figuring it was wrong. Well, I've come to a different outlook. Their signings, what they have done in the preseason, the free agent signings, and then their draft picks, even though they didn't pick anybody on the radar, I believe that they are actually heading in the right direction. I hope I'm wrong on the 8-8 thing, but we'll know more when the preseason comes in. But I would like to see them, to win the division, they need to be at least 12-4. Bears are shooting for 13-3. So that's them. I don't care about them. I care about the Lions. 12-4 would be awesome. But we'll just have to wait and see how everything pans out. But what I'm getting at is, I believe that finally Bob Quinn has convinced Martha Ford to open up her checkbook a bit. And as I said before on previous videos and podcasts, that I think maybe she overpaid on a few players, maybe overpaid a little bit for Trey Flowers and overpaid a little bit for Justin Coleman. However, those are two positions that they really needed, and in order to get those players, they had to jump on it right then and there, because I'll tell you, if they didn't do that and they didn't pay those prices, somebody else would have snagged them up. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Darius Slay and Snacks Harrison, and missing the OTAs and that sort of thing. My view is this: I say extend Darius Slay, extend his contract now, as well as Snacks Harrison, because prior to them getting Snacks Harrison last year, the defense was a mess. As soon as he stepped in, the defense automatically changed. Sign him an extension, pay him his money, make him feel that he is valued in Detroit. Make Darius Slay feel that he is valued in Detroit. They are busting their butts, and they deserve it, because if you wait till their contract runs out, you're going to be paying more than you're going to run into a cap problem. And so I don't want to see that. Get them now. It's going to be cheaper. Lock them in. Get them in. Keep them happy. If you keep them happy, they're playing better. The whole defense is playing better. So take care of that, and then do the things you need to do with the other defensive players. Now, and let's go to the offensive side of the ball, because what I'm seeing, I am really excited about what's going on. I can't wait for the preseason, and we will know just how well they did in these practices. But I like what Darrell Bevell said about the offense, and in particular Matthew Stafford. Basically, it appears that because he has a different set. They're going to pound the ball, which is good, which is what I've been screaming about for years. But he's also indicating that Matthew Stafford has got to be able to run this system and learn this system. The past few coordinators didn't seem to get it through their head. And if Matthew Stafford does not produce under the Darrell Bevell system, then we will know clearly where the problem is on the offense. And I hate to say it, but if it doesn't work out with this system, then it's clear that number 9 is the problem on the offense. So this is good to see, and I hope they continue to develop their backups, just in the event that Stafford gets hurt or anything like that. So they need to develop their backups into this system. So, and if Stafford becomes a flop or has a bad game, maybe sit him down for something, bring in the backup. Who knows? But it's going to be up to Matthew Stafford to run the system under the Darrell Bevell system, and he does that. I mean, still they still need to throw the ball deep. They have the weapons to go deep, but he needs to be more of a game manager, and that's exactly what Darrell Bevell is trying to do. This is great. Now, I realize that Matthew Stafford and my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, and continue to do so. I really hope for a recovery for Kelly Stafford, seriously. If she can beat this problem, and that would just be awesome. That would just be great. And because I lost my oldest brother to brain cancer, so I understand the feeling. Maybe not so. I mean, not at the level of Matthew Stafford, because we're talking about his wife here. I lost a brother, but a wife, that's a whole new thing. They've got twins. They've got so yeah, that needs to be taken care of, and hopefully he can go through all that and still be able to maintain his game and focus on that, as well as provide for his family. But the point of this podcast is that I believe that the Lions are going in the right direction, and I guess it is Mike Valente guy or these other radio people and stuff in the Detroit area that no matter what they do, and I'll admit that I used to be one of these, that no matter what they do, they get a D or F for what they do. I don't see that this year. I gave them a C, because I have a calculating system where I calculate it by points, and my points came out to a C, so I gave them a C for their off-season stuff. That's all based on points, and I evaluated, maybe I under-evaluated certain players. Like I know I gave low marks on Gelati, Tavai, or however you pronounce his name. I gave him low marks, and I also gave the Fulham, the receiver Fulham, I gave him low marks too, and that's probably what dropped it from that what could have been a B to a C, because I like the Ty Johnson thing. I also loved, I gave an A on that guard, Bo, whatever his name is, from Wisconsin. That I love, and I hope he makes the team. I gave a C on Hawkinson only because he was up there in the pick, but they had to do it. No, I might have given him a B, because they needed T.J. Hawkinson he's gonna help. He's gonna help not only as a receiving tight end, but he's gonna be a blocking tight end. He's gonna open up holes for Kerryon Johnson, and it appears that Kerryon Johnson is pumped and ready to go, and that's what that you really need to do. As far as Kerryon Johnson goes, yes, I want to see him hit the home run. He gets 2 or 3 of those in a season. He's not going to hit a home run every game, but he gets 2 or 3 home runs where he takes it to the house. He does that about 2 or 3 times in a season. The Lions are going to be damn good. Pardon my French, but really, I'm expecting a lot from their offense. I'm expecting them to average 27, 28 points a game. And if their defense is the way it's going to be, that could get them to the 12-4 record. I've never ever said this about the Lions before, but if Darrell Bevell gets the offense going the way it's supposed to be going, and that's why I think Patricia brought him in, so Bevell can totally concentrate on the offense. And that's going to take a little bit of pressure off Patricia to look so much into the offense, because he's not really an offensive guy. He wants to really be more dominant on the defensive side of the ball, and he wants to have a guy who's in total control of the offense with Patricia overseeing what he's doing. And that's a good way to go. I think it's going to work. I think between Quinn and Bevell and Patricia, you're going to see a flow, good communication with Quinn and Caldwell, and then Jim Bob Cooter. The communication was awful, and as a result, the team was a mess. So it starts at the top. It starts with Bob Quinn. You need to have the communication between Bob Quinn, the general manager, and the head coach, and then the assistant coach. It goes in a flow. So you have the general manager in a consistent flow with the head coach and the offensive and the defensive coordinators. Pasqualini, I think, I have to give Patricia credit for that. I actually think he's getting input from Pasqualini. Even though he's an old man, if it's working, don't fix what's working. So I have my doubts about it, but if the defense is clicking, keep him in. Have Patricia just kind of be on his shoulder, And I want to see the special teams improve. They need to really improve on that. And I don't know what they did with Agnew. I don't know if they released Agnew or if Agnew's still on the team or not. If they let Agnew go, please in the comments, if they let me know, because I didn't look, because Agnew was a big help. But maybe if they did, but Ty Johnson can actually fill in for that role. When he returned that kick against the Michigan Wolverines, you've got potential there. So as much as I like Agnew, if he is gone, Ty Johnson could be a perfect fit for that. Anyway, that's about it for this podcast. I just wanted to let everybody know that I am very upbeat about the Lions for this coming season, because this baseball season is just I watched yesterday's game and it was hard to watch the Tigers. But anyway, that's for another video. Stay tuned for my next podcast, which will be on a Monday, not tomorrow, but the following Monday. And we will go from there. And again, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube podcast channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and check my main channel and do the same thing there. And we will talk to you on the next podcast. See ya.